Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am back with a traveler's notebook layout that I am creating using the Cocoa Daisy Doodles and Dashes collection, and I am also using one 4x6 photo. This is the album that I put my traveler's notebook layouts in. It is from Citrus Twist. I am showing it because I definitely get questions about what I do with these layouts when I'm finished, and I just thought I would share it real quick. I am trimming the paper down to 4¼ by 8¼ inches. I'm going to use that black with the white dots, and I'm just going to trim my photo down ever so slightly, just so that I can mat it on some white cardstock and then use it. I do want to use it in mostly its entirety. I mean, not like completely, but like 3¾ would be great. It needs to be a tiny bit smaller. I had hoped to be able to use a fairly wide white border, but if I had cut the photo down a little bit more, I could have had more of a border. But sometimes it's just not possible. Now, I really am very excited to be able to use these embossed puffy stickers. They're so pretty. And then I will be using several of the die cuts from the Modern Memory Keeping collection. I will link all of these things up for you in the comments below. They're really pretty. I loved Doodles and Dashes, the original collection, and Doodles and Dashes 2 is also just as beautiful. The colors are a little bit deeper. They were a little bit less saturated the first go round, but they're equally cute. This photo is a fun group photo of my friends and I. We went to a mountain town not far from here for Oktoberfest, and this is a photo of us beforehand. I placed a die cut with words up at the top, and I always forget that I love doing this, putting embellishments directly on the photo. Now you can see I'm doing the same thing down at the bottom, and it's perfect because obviously the ground is not important, nor is one set of feet, also not important. I layered the circle a little bit over the leaves, and then I'll do the same thing with that other little patch of the branch with the leaves as well. I wanted to have two little branches, with leaves on it, and then on top of it I will put one of the puffy leaves just for the layering, and you get all of that good fall leafy goodness. So cute. I could have left it right there without the leaf on top if you want to be honest, because it looks really cute like that, but I can't resist those embossed leaves. And then I added those little hearts up at the top with the little phrase as well. How cute is that? But definitely adding embellishments on top of the photos is a sure way to add a little bit of additional fun, especially you just want to make sure that you add them to places in the photo that are not important to the photo or to the story. So it's not like, oh, if I cover that up, like I'll definitely be missing something. So like I said, that the ground, it doesn't matter if I cover up the concrete on the ground. That's obviously not a thing. Now included in the kit were these fun library cards and then the library card pockets, so I'll use one of those. And then I'm going through the pattern paper to decide what I want to use. So I need to go through it and select something that works with the pattern paper I already used, with the photo, and then also with these library cards. I end up settling on the pattern paper with the leaves on it. It is beautiful. It's not too terribly busy. It's not floral because I didn't think floral really went with this layout. And it's not, like I said, too busy. It's busy, but it's not like crazy. Now I'm not using a huge amount of patterned paper, just a little, almost a square, if you will. It's about 4 inches tall. And then now I need to figure out which of these library cards is going to look the best. There is probably a very specific way you're supposed to fold these cards. I almost always do these interactive elements wrong. I don't ever pay attention to what I'm supposed to do. I don't really think about them ahead of time, which I absolutely should. And I probably should have learned this about myself way ahead of now, but I didn't. And I just don't really think about it. And I also don't really care. So I usually end up assembling them and calling it good. So if it bothers you that I have assembled this in a ridiculous way, I apologize. It doesn't really bother me. I will just put it in a page protector and move on. And I will have this really cute layout with a journaling card full of journaling. So probably doesn't really matter, right? I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so that is the card that I selected and the pocket that I selected. And I wanted to go with one that was fairly muted because that leaf pattern paper ends up being kind of loud, right? So don't get me wrong, it's not crazy or anything, but it's a little bit louder. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't choose something that was also loud. I wanted to go with something a little bit more muted so that the leaf paper was the thing that was standing out. Now I'm spelling out my title with these puffy stickers. I'm using the ruler to try to make it kind of straight. Spoiler alert, it does not really end up perfectly straight. It still ends up being a little bit crooked. I'm just going to call it a win though, because I don't know, it's, whatever. You get a little look at my head there, and look, I put it down wrong. That's the top word. Again, sometimes I just don't really always, sometimes these things are complicated for me. It's much, much easier for me to not do it this way. It's much easier for me to just use nothing and put it down. And then I wouldn't screw this up like this, but I was trying to do it straight and nicely and have it all work out. And so then that's why I screw it up. So you'll have to forgive the lighting in this video if you're so kind. It was one of those days where the sun goes behind the clouds. And so there is so much just in and out, and the light does not want to behave. All right, so look at that. I'm so happy with how it turned out because I get this really great photo, these beautiful, beautiful embellishments on this page, and then I have this huge area for journaling on that card, which I love. So I'm so excited about this already, even though I'm not finished. I've got that library card that I've royally screwed up, but that's okay. I just added a little glue to make it stick down. Now I'm going to embellish the little pocket because it's perfect. I'm first going to put down a label, which is completely unnecessary because there's a label there already, but I can't help myself because I love the layering process and the dimension that it adds. Then I'm going to add that little leaf on the top, and I'm doing it on the top so that I can add the little chipboard phrase strip on top of it right through the center, and that it'll look cool and like it's just peeking out the top. Oh, I love it so much. That might be my favorite part of the whole layout. Now I'm going to pull out of this stamp set just the little word, and then I'm going to stamp it with this little Stamp Market Rusty ink pad at the very top, right above the big bear. And then I will pull out, finally, this is the part that I've been waiting for. I'm going to pull out this journaling card, and I'm going to tell the story of this Oktoberfest, which was so much fun. It was in a mountain town, Oktoberfest, the weekend before Halloween, so lots of fun costumes with some friends. Then I'm just going to add the date stamp and put it all back together, and that is it. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate you. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the box below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.